Okay.
I just got fired from my daughter.
Okay. Hi guys, my name is Michaela Richer and I'll be giving my self-intro speech about the 3 most important things to me today. I'm sure all of you have something that comes to mind when you're asked the question of what's the most important to you. And when I was younger, I'd probably give a super stupid materialistic answer like the new video game that my mom bought me, or a new toy, or my new Barbie bike that I got. But today I think I'd give a lot more of a mature answer. I'd have to say dance, my parents, and makeup. And yes, the last one sounds materialistic, but it'll make more sense towards the end. Starting with dance, these are my dance shoes. Obviously you can tell they're really worn and they stink really bad. But growing up, I started dance probably when I was like 2.5, 3 years old, and I hated it. And the only reason I was in it is because my mom liked the idea of seeing me in a pink tutu dancing around. But I stopped and I quit, so I decided that I would try soccer and cheerleading, and I ended up falling in love with soccer. But as I got older, towards 5th, 6th grade, I decided to try dance again because my mom brought up the idea because my friend was doing it. So I thought I'd have fun, and if I didn't like it, I could just quit. I ended up loving it. I danced at a studio called Just for Kicks for about 3 years probably. And then as I got older, 6th, 7th grade, I got to try out for the high school dance team at Mayo. And my very first year, I made varsity. That's insane. A first year on a high school team, I made varsity, which is one of my biggest accomplishments that I've ever had in my entire life. And after that, I lettered every single year. I had 6 years lettering on varsity. I was a 2-year captain my junior and senior year. I won honorable mention in all conference twice, and I even got the opportunity to dance at All-State Dancing Kick, which was another really cool thing for me to do. But the awards and everything were nice, but the biggest thing for dance for me is the idea of being able to escape. I had a lot going on in my life, and dance was a way for me to be who I was and forget all the drama and everything that was going around in my life. But another thing that was important to me was all the support that I got from my family, friends, my teammates, but especially my parents. Which brings me to my second most important thing in my life, which is them. Growing up, I was a very shy kid. I was not outgoing. I was attached at their hip. I was always wanted to be with them. I would get homesick when I was away from them. So bad that I would literally leave sleepovers from my friends to go home just because I was that homesick. Just kind of embarrassing. But as I got older, into my earlier teens, I thought my parents were super stupid and not cool, and they didn't know what they were talking about, and they don't know how teens act, and they don't know what's cool and what's not. And as I hit middle school and high school, I started going through a lot of things. I was getting bullied. I had stuff going on in my life at home. I was not doing so well in school, and something clicked inside my head that I really needed them, but I didn't want to admit it. But even after me constantly pushing them away and not wanting to talk to them, they would tell me that they loved me, that they were always there for me, and that they're always going to be there for me no matter what. And I decided, you know what? I'm just going to talk to them. Maybe they actually do know what they're talking about. Because you know what? They were my age at one point, so they probably know exactly what I'm going through. And that's when I decided I'm always going to need them in my life. And they helped me through every traumatizing thing a middle schooler and high schooler would probably go through, which probably really isn't that big of a deal, but they helped me through it anyways. Which brings me to my third most important thing, which is my makeup. This is one of my favorite makeup palettes. As you can see, it's really bright and colorful and sparkly. And it looks nice, but makeup started out as something super negative for me. I was very insecure. I was bullied a lot in middle school for the way that I looked. I wasn't the most, I wouldn't say I was the most good-looking kid. Probably my parents would argue with me on that. But I was just super insecure. I was getting made fun of, and so I thought that I needed to wear makeup to impress the people around me, which I hated, but I did it anyways. And I would always wear makeup, and I felt like I couldn't even leave my house to a point without wearing makeup. And as I got to high school, I started watching more YouTube videos and seeing all these super cool and crazy looks with all these weird colors like lime green and orange, and these people were going outside of their houses looking kind of crazy, but it was the idea that it made them feel good and they felt good without the makeup. And that's when makeup turned into something super positive for me. I started becoming more self-confident. I didn't think that I really needed makeup to go out of my house to go get groceries with my parents. And so it turned to something super positive, and I gained all that self-confidence back, and it made me who I am today. So that's why dance, my parents, and makeup are the three most important things to me today. Thank you.
Good job.